Welcome to your detailed Scorpio horoscope for Friday, June 13, 2025. Today brings a fascinating blend of energies that will deeply resonate with your scorpionic nature. As the sun continues its journey through Gemini, illuminating your eighth house of shared resources and transformation, you're being called to examine what truly matters beneath the surface of your daily life. The cosmic backdrop for today is particularly potent for you, Scorpio. With the moon in Leo, activating your 10th house of career and public image, there's a spotlight on your professional ambitions. You may find yourself craving recognition today, not just for your obvious achievements, but for the depth and intensity you bring to everything you touch. This lunar energy creates a productive tension with your ruling planet Pluto, which is currently in Aquarius, revolutionizing your home and family sector. Mars, your traditional ruler, is positioned in Cancer today, moving through your ninth house of expansion and higher knowledge. This placement fuels your desire to explore beyond known boundaries, whether physically through travel or mentally through study and philosophical inquiry. There's a restlessness in your spirit today that shouldn't be ignored. Learning opportunities that emerge now could prove transformative in ways you can't yet imagine. Venus in Taurus is opposing your sign from your seventh house of partnerships, creating an intriguing dynamic in your personal relationships. This opposition isn't necessarily challenging, in fact, it could bring beautiful balance to your connections. Someone close to you may offer a perspective that challenges your assumptions in the most productive way possible. For single Scorpios, this Venus position enhances your magnetic appeal, though you may be attracted to people who represent qualities quite different from your own. Mercury, positioned in Gemini alongside the Sun, sharpens your investigative abilities today. Your mind is particularly keen when it comes to uncovering hidden truths or solving complex problems. This is an excellent day for research, detective work, or diving deep into subjects that require intensive focus. Financial discussions are also favored under this influence. You'll have the clarity needed to negotiate effectively around shared resources or investments. Jupiter in Cancer is forming a supportive trine to your Sun, regardless of which decan of Scorpio you were born under. This benevolent aspect has been expanding your horizons and bringing opportunities for personal growth, particularly in areas related to education, publishing, legal matters, or international connections. Today may bring news that confirms the wisdom of a path you've been considering in one of these areas. Saturn's position in Pisces continues to create a favorable sextile to your Scorpio energy, providing structure to your creative and romantic endeavors. This is a time when discipline applied to passions yields remarkable results. For Scorpios involved in artistic pursuits, this influence helps transform raw inspiration into tangible creations with lasting impact. Uranus in Taurus continues its multi-year opposition to your sign, bringing unexpected developments in partnerships and close relationships. Today, this energy may manifest as surprising revelations from or about someone close to you. Remember that Uranus ultimately aims to liberate and authenticate whatever disruptions occur serve your evolution toward more genuine connections. Neptune in Aries is transiting your sixth house of daily work and health routines, which may be creating some confusion around practical matters. Today's energy could highlight where you've been idealizing certain wellness approaches or workplace situations. The key is to distinguish between inspired vision and wishful thinking. Your legendary Scorpio intuition can guide you if you quiet your mind enough to hear it. In terms of your health and well-being today, Scorpio, pay particular attention to your reproductive and elimination systems, the physical areas traditionally associated with your sign. With Mars in Cancer, you might be prone to holding emotional tension in your body, so practices that combine physical movement with emotional release would be particularly beneficial. Consider activities that get you into a flow state where you lose track of time. Your emotional landscape today is complex but potentially rewarding. The Leo moon highlights your ambitions, while Pluto's transformative energy stirs deep psychological currents. you may feel pulled between external achievement and internal processing. This is actually a productive tension. Your public success is most sustainable when it's aligned with your authentic psychological needs. Today offers opportunities to bridge these realms more effectively. In your career, the Leo moon in your 10th house suggests visibility and possibly recognition from authority figures. Your intensity and commitment are likely to be noticed, and this could be a day when your unique approach to problem solving earns you respect. For Scorpios in leadership positions, your ability to remain calm in crisis situations could prove particularly valuable today. Financially, Mercury and the Sun in your 8th house suggest it's an excellent day for reviewing investments, insurance matters, or shared financial arrangements. Your insight into value beneath the surface could help you identify opportunities others miss. However, with Uranus opposing your sign, avoid impulsive financial decisions, particularly if they involve partnerships. In love and relationships, Venus opposing your sign creates a beautiful balance between your depth and intensity and the grounded, sensual energy of Taurus. For committed Scorpios, this could be a day of meaningful connection, perhaps through shared physical pleasure or simply appreciating the stability your relationship provides amidst life's chaos. Single Scorpios might find themselves attracted to someone who embodies qualities complementary to your own someone, who grounds your intensity rather than matching it. The evening hours bring a shift as the moon forms aspects with both Neptune and Mercury. This could create a dreamy, intuitive atmosphere where communications take on added layers of meaning. Pay attention to subtle cues in conversations, as people may be saying more than their words alone convey. Your natural Scorpio ability to perceive what's beneath the surface serves you well here. As you move toward sleep tonight, take time to process the day's revelations. Your dreams may be particularly vivid and meaningful under these influences. Keeping a dream journal could provide insights that help you integrate the transformative energies currently at work in your life. Looking ahead, this day represents an important stepping stone in your longer-term evolution, Scorpio. The tensions and opportunities present today are helping you integrate seemingly opposite forces, ambition and emotional authenticity, personal transformation and partnership stability, intuitive understanding and practical application. By navigating these polarities with awareness, you're developing a more complete expression of your formidable Scorpio power. Your power phrase for today is, "I transform through balance, finding strength in both my depths and my connections to others." Remember, Scorpio, that your greatest gift is your ability to embrace transformation without fear. Today offers rich opportunities to demonstrate that courage in ways both subtle and profound. Trust the process and allow yourself to be changed by what you discover. On June 13, 2025, Scorpio finds itself navigating a complex celestial landscape that profoundly affects your psychological and emotional energies. The Sun continues its journey through Gemini, illuminating your 8th house of transformation, shared resources, and intimate bonds. This placement intensifies your already penetrating nature, drawing you toward deeper understanding of life's mysteries and encouraging financial collaborations. Mercury, also in Gemini, sharpens your investigative abilities, making this an exceptional day for research, detective work, or uncovering hidden truths in business dealings. Your mental acuity is razor-sharp, particularly when analyzing motives or dissecting complex situations. Venus, positioned in Cáncer, activates your 9th house of higher knowledge, creating a beautiful harmonic vibration with your water sign energy. This placement softens your sometimes intimidating presence, opening your heart to philosophical discussions and potentially distant connections that feel strangely familiar. Mars, your traditional ruler, travels through Leo in your 10th house of career and public recognition. This creates a powerful drive toward achievement, but could potentially trigger power struggles with authority figures if not carefully managed. Jupiter in Virgo continues its year-long journey through your 11th house of community and future hopes, expanding your social network while requiring discernment about who truly deserves admission to your inner circle. Saturn, now direct in Pisces, forms a trine to your sun sign, providing stabilizing energy that helps you implement long-term transformational projects with patience and determination. This aspect particularly strengthens your ability to create sustainable structures around your passionate interests. Uranus in Taurus continues its disruptive but necessary influence in your seventh house of partnerships. You may experience unexpected revelations or developments in close relationships today, possibly regarding financial matters or values alignment. Neptune in Aries activates your sixth house of daily routines and health, potentially creating some confusion around work matters or physical symptoms that seem difficult to diagnose. Maintain clarity by documenting any unusual physical sensations rather than dismissing them. Pluto, your modern ruler, continues its transformative journey through Aquarius in your fourth house, triggering deep psychological processes connected to your foundations, family history, and private emotional life. This long-term transit is gradually revolutionizing your understanding of security and emotional needs. The moon, particularly significant today, travels through Cáncer, forming a water trine with your sun sign that deepens your emotional intelligence and intuitive capacities. This lunar position empowers your natural psychic tendencies and creates an exceptional window for therapeutic work, spiritual practices, or intimacy with trusted others. The North Node in Taurus opposite your sign continues to push your evolution toward truly valuing yourself and developing greater self-sufficiency within partnerships. Chiron in Taurus forms a challenging aspect to your sun, potentially triggering old wounds around possession, security, or self-worth that require conscious healing work. Black Moon Lilith in Virgo in your 11th house suggests possible tension within social groups when your uncompromising truth-telling nature exposes what others prefer to keep hidden. The asteroid Juno in Scorpio amplifies commitment themes, possibly bringing significant developments in how you structure important relationships. With Ceres in Libra forming a quincunx to your sun sign, there may be an uncomfortable adjustment required between nurturing others and maintaining your characteristic intensity and privacy. The part of fortune falls in your 12th house today, suggesting that your greatest blessings come through surrender, spiritual practice, and releasing what you cannot control, a challenging but necessary lesson for your fixed water nature. The cosmic energy surrounding Scorpio on June 13, 2025, creates a fascinating communication landscape. Mercury forms a trine with your ruling planet Pluto, deepening your already penetrating mind and giving your words an almost hypnotic quality. Your thoughts run deeper than usual today, accessing psychological insights that others barely grasp. When you speak, people listen not just to your words, but to the powerful undercurrents beneath them. This planetary alignment grants you an almost X-ray vision into others' motivations, making it an exceptional day for important conversations that require cutting through deception or confusion. The moon in Cáncer activates your 9th house of higher knowledge, adding an emotional intelligence to your expressions that makes complex concepts surprisingly accessible. You're not just communicating facts, you're weaving narratives that resonate on a soul level. Mars in Gemini brings a quick-fire quality to your exchanges, sometimes making you impatient when others can't match your mental pace. Watch for this tendency to interrupt or finish others' sentences. Jupiter's position amplifies your natural scorpionic intensity, making this an ideal day for persuasive presentations, difficult conversations about shared resources, or diving into research that requires mental stamina. Venus in Taurus opposing your sign creates an interesting dynamic in one-to-one communications. You're drawn to stable, practical exchanges, but may find yourself frustrated by those who seem superficial or evasive. Your communication style today carries a transformative quality. Words can heal, reveal, or permanently alter relationships. For creative Scorpios, this is an exceptional day for writing, especially on topics requiring emotional depth or investigative qualities. The Saturn influence adds weight to your promises, so be careful what you commit to, as your words carry unusual binding power today. Neptune's subtle influence from Aries brings flashes of intuitive insight that might seem too irrational to voice, but trust these impressions when communicating with others. They contain wisdom beyond logical explanation. For professional communications, focus on quality over quantity. Your fewer, well-chosen words will have more impact than verbose explanations. In personal relationships, this is an excellent day to address unspoken tensions or to express feelings that normally remain hidden. The Pluto-Mercury trine supports psychological excavation, making it easier to articulate complex emotions without becoming overwhelmed by them. Your challenge today isn't finding the right words, it's ensuring that others are ready for the depth you bring. Not everyone can handle Scorpio's intensity, especially when your communicative powers are heightened as they are today. Consider your audience and modulate your approach accordingly. For those seeking romance, your words carry particular seductive power today. Use this responsibly, as the connections you initiate now may run deeper than initially apparent. Technology-based communications benefit from your focused attention to detail and ability to read between the lines. You'll easily detect the tone and intent behind digital messages that others might misinterpret. Above all, remember that your words today carry transformative power. They can heal or wound with unusual potency. The cosmic configuration grants you communication gifts that other signs might experience only rarely. Use this exceptional alignment to express truths that matter, to connect authentically with those who deserve your depth, and to articulate the valuable insights that only Scorpio, at its most perceptive, can access. June 13, 2025 presents a pivotal financial landscape for Scorpio. As your ruling planet Pluto in Aquarius forms a powerful sextile with Jupiter in Gemini, unexpected monetary opportunities emerge through collaborative ventures and technology-based investments. This alignment particularly favors joint financial endeavors, suggesting that partnerships formed today could yield substantial returns by the lunar cycle's completion. The cosmic positioning indicates a prime moment to reassess investment strategies, especially those involving digital assets or innovative financial instruments. Neptune's position in Aries activates your sixth house of daily work, potentially unveiling additional income streams through creative problem-solving in your professional sphere. This transit encourages thinking beyond traditional income sources. Mars, your co-ruler, transiting through Cáncer, creates an intense focus on security-oriented financial planning. This energy is exceptionally conducive for restructuring any outstanding debts or loan arrangements. Watch for opportunities around the midday hours when the moon in Sagittarius forms a trine with Venus, potentially bringing an unexpected financial windfall or favorable news regarding a pending monetary matter. The sun's position relative to Saturn suggests that disciplined approaches to money management will be particularly rewarded now. This isn't the day for impulsive financial decisions, but rather strategic positioning for long-term wealth building. Mercury's placement indicates that communications around financial matters will flow smoothly, making this an optimal time to negotiate terms, discuss raises, or present financial proposals. The eighth house activation by today's specific planetary alignment reinforces Scorpio's natural affinity for transformation through resource management. Consider reallocating assets that have remained stagnant. The cosmic energy supports beneficial metamorphosis in your financial portfolio. Uranus in Gemini brings an innovative edge to money matters, potentially revealing unconventional solutions to persistent financial challenges. This influence particularly benefits investments in technology, communication platforms, or educational ventures. For employed Scorpios, the Venus-Jupiter aspect highlights potential recognition from supervisors that could translate to monetary rewards in the coming weeks. Entrepreneurs among you may discover a lucrative market niche through seemingly casual conversations. The North Node's position suggests that financial growth comes through embracing collaborative rather than solitary approaches to wealth building. Consider pooling resources with trusted allies whose skills complement your own. A subtle aspect between Mercury and Saturn creates favorable conditions for financial documentation, making this an excellent day to review contracts, update financial paperwork, or submit applications for funding or credit. The day's overall financial signature for Scorpio is one of strategic opportunity rather than immediate gains. Seeds planted today, especially those involving shared resources or innovative technologies, have exceptional potential to flourish through careful nurturing. Pay particular attention to financial insights that arise through intuition rather than logical analysis. Your scorpionic perceptiveness is heightened today, allowing you to sense profitable directions before they become obvious to others. The evening aspects suggest reviewing your financial boundaries in close relationships, as blurred lines between personal and shared resources could create future complications. Consider establishing clearer parameters that protect your assets while still allowing for mutually beneficial arrangements. June 13, 2025 brings a particularly auspicious energy for Scorpio natives as several celestial bodies align to create pockets of exceptional fortune in your chart. The most immediately noticeable influence comes from Jupiter, positioned in your 8th house, creating a double empowerment effect that intensifies your natural scorpionic gifts of intuition, perception, and transformative power. This Jupiter placement activates your innate ability to see beneath surfaces and unveils opportunities in areas that others might overlook or find intimidating. Financial arrangements, investments, shared resources, and business partnerships show particular promise today. Pay special attention to opportunities involving legacy systems, inheritance matters, or restructuring of debts and loans, as these areas will likely yield unexpected benefits under this configuration. Venus forms a harmonious trine to your ruling planet Pluto, suggesting that relationships can be pathways to prosperity now, particularly those with an element of depth or intensity. Someone who appreciates your passionate nature could become an ally in fortune today. The moon in Cáncer activates your 9th house of expansion and higher learning, creating a powerful triangle of water sign energy that flows effortlessly through your emotional intelligence channels. This configuration makes academic pursuits, publishing ventures, legal matters, and anything involving foreign connections or long-distance communications especially favorable. If you've been considering taking a course, submitting written work, or connecting with overseas partners, today's energy strongly supports these initiatives. Mercury's position facilitates clear articulation of your deepest insights, making it easier to communicate complex ideas or negotiate sensitive matters. The Sun illuminates your career sector, bringing visibility and recognition to your professional efforts and creating a fortunate atmosphere around leadership positions or public roles. Authority figures are more likely to notice your contributions and reward your dedication. Areas involving research, investigation, and analysis receive special cosmic benefits today, as your natural detective abilities are heightened by a Mars-Neptune aspect that combines focused action with intuitive insight. This makes scientific exploration, psychological understanding, or any deep-diving investigative work exceptionally productive. Health matters also fall under the fortunate umbrella today, particularly treatments or approaches that address root causes rather than symptoms. Therapeutic processes, detoxification programs, and regenerative practices all receive beneficial energy. In personal transformation, you're experiencing a rare configuration that supports profound inner work without the usual resistance or discomfort. This makes it an excellent day for psychological breakthroughs, releasing old patterns, or committing to personal evolution. The esoteric and mystical realms open up to you today with unusual clarity, making spiritual practices, divination work, or exploration of life's mysteries particularly revealing and beneficial. Your natural affinity for uncovering hidden truths is amplified, allowing you to perceive patterns and connections that remain invisible to others. Creative projects that explore themes of transformation, power dynamics, or emotional depth receive cosmic blessings, potentially leading to work that not only satisfies you artistically, but also resonates deeply with others. Your magnetic appeal is heightened today, making it a fortunate time for initiatives requiring persuasion, influence, or the ability to attract resources and opportunities. This charismatic energy can be directed toward business ventures, romantic pursuits, or social causes with equal effectiveness. Joint ventures show particular promise, especially those requiring trust and the pooling of resources. Your ability to forge deep, meaningful alliances serves you exceptionally well under today's aspects. Partnership dynamics that honor each participant's strengths while creating something greater than the sum of its parts are especially favored. The day's energy also creates a fortunate atmosphere around matters of intimacy and vulnerability, potentially leading to profound connections that enrich your life on multiple levels. Areas involving insurance, taxes, investments, or other people's resources show unusual potential for gain, particularly if you're willing to look beyond conventional approaches to wealth building. Your resourcefulness and strategic thinking are cosmic gifts that align perfectly with today's financial opportunities. Scorpio, your social landscape undergoes significant transformation on June 13, 2025, as Venus transitions through your 8th house while forming a trine with Neptune in Pisces. This celestial alignment deepens your emotional connections and enhances your natural intuitive abilities when interacting with others. You'll find yourself drawn to more meaningful conversations rather than surface-level small talk. The moon in Cáncer today activates your 9th house of expansion, bringing you into contact with people from different backgrounds or belief systems who may challenge and enrich your perspective. This isn't merely chance, it's the universe encouraging you to broaden your social horizons. Mars, your traditional ruler, is positioned in Gemini, energizing your communication sector but potentially making you more verbally assertive than usual. Be mindful that your words carry extra weight today, especially with those who don't know you well enough to understand your intensity. Pluto, your modern ruler, casts a transformative aspect to your social house, suggesting that a friendship or group affiliation may undergo a profound shift. This could manifest as a power dynamic being revealed or a deeper truth emerging within a social circle. You might feel pulled between the desire for authentic connection and the need to maintain boundaries. Trust your instincts here. Your legendary scorpionic radar for insincerity will serve you well. The Jupiter-Saturn square affecting your communication houses indicates potential tension between wanting to expand your social network and feeling the need to be selective about who you allow into your inner circle. This is not the day to force connections or attend events that don't resonate with your true self. Instead, focus on quality over quantity in your interactions. Someone you meet today or reconnect with could play a pivotal role in a creative or financial venture in the coming months. Pay attention to seemingly casual conversations, as they may contain valuable insights or opportunities. Your empathetic abilities are heightened, making you a magnetic presence in group settings. You may find yourself becoming the confidant for someone who needs to share something important. This role suits your depth and discretion, but remember to protect your own emotional energy as well. The evening brings a shift as the moon forms an aspect with Uranus, potentially introducing unexpected social developments or surprising revelations from a friend. This energy favors authentic exchanges over superficial networking. For those Scorpios in committed relationships, today offers an opportunity to deepen your connection by introducing your partner to different aspects of your social world. Single Scorpios may feel drawn to someone who challenges your typical social patterns or introduces you to new experiences. Digital communications receive favorable aspects today, making this an excellent time for reconnecting with distant friends or engaging meaningfully on social platforms. However, Mercury's position suggests being cautious about sharing overly personal information in public forums. A social invitation that arrives unexpectedly may initially seem outside your comfort zone, but could lead to valuable connections if you remain open. The day's overall energy supports transformative social experiences rather than maintaining the status quo. Consider which relationships in your life deserve more investment and which may have served their purpose. Your instinct for emotional authenticity is your greatest strength in navigating today's social dynamics. Some Scorpios may feel called to take a leadership role in a community or group setting, especially related to shared resources or collaborative projects. Your natural intensity and focus make you well-suited for bringing people together around a common purpose. Pay attention to subtle cues in social interactions. What remains unsaid may be more significant than what's openly expressed. Your ability to read between the lines gives you a distinct advantage in navigating complex social situations today. As June 13th dawns for you, Scorpio, the cosmos presents a day where your intuitive powers reach exceptional heights. With Mercury forming a sextile to your ruling planet Pluto, your perception cuts through superficial layers to the core truth of matters. This is not a day for half measures or surface-level interactions. The universe is urging you to embrace your natural investigative talents, but with a strategic twist. When communicating with others today, pause before revealing all you know. Your insights are powerful weapons, deploy them selectively. The moon's position in Aquarius activates your fourth house of home and foundations, suggesting that family matters require your attention, but not your typical intensity. Practice emotional detachment when addressing domestic issues. Observe first, react later. This approach will serve you particularly well around mid-afternoon, when tensions could otherwise escalate. Jupiter's influence from Gemini brings opportunities for learning, but they may arrive disguised as obstacles. When facing challenges today, ask yourself what lesson hides within the difficulty. Your ability to transform negative situations into growth opportunities is your superpower today. In professional contexts, avoid power struggles at all costs. Though you may see clearly how things should be done, forcing your vision will backfire spectacularly. Instead, document your insights and wait for the optimal moment to present them, likely next week when the planetary alignment shifts in your favor. Your physical energy follows an unusual pattern. Today, conserve it during morning hours when you might feel somewhat depleted, allowing for a significant surge in the evening. This makes today ideal for planning morning activities that require mental rather than physical exertion, saving bodily demanding tasks for after 5 p.m. Regarding relationships, Venus in Cancer heightens your desire for emotional security, but Saturn's challenging aspect warns against seeking validation through manipulation or control. Practice vulnerability, instead expressing your needs directly, will yield surprising results. Your financial intuition is particularly strong today, but acting immediately on investment hunches could be problematic. Note your insights for reconsideration in 3 days when Mercury moves into a more favorable position. For personal growth, set aside at least 30 minutes for reflection practices. The cosmic energies support shadow work particularly well today, examining those aspects of yourself you typically avoid confronting. This isn't comfortable territory, but the rewards for this inner excavation are substantial. Water will prove particularly restorative today, whether through drinking more than usual, taking a long bath with sea salts, or if possible, spending time near natural bodies of water. These activities will help clear psychic congestion that's been building over the past week. Pay special attention to recurring thoughts around midday. What seems like ordinary mental chatter may actually be important intuitive information trying to surface. Keep a record of these impressions, as their significance will become clear within a fortnight. In social situations, practice restraint with those who irritate you. Your words carry exceptional sting today, and what seems like justified criticism could create lasting wounds. Channel that incisive energy instead into creative projects or strategic planning. Your ruling planet Pluto continues its transformative journey through your communication sector, making this an ideal day to reconsider how you express difficult truths. Experiment with gentler approaches that don't sacrifice honesty. Dietary choices matter more than usual today. Your digestive system is particularly sensitive to inflammatory foods. Favor cooling, water-rich options and minimize stimulants which could amplify any underlying anxiety. Tonight, the stars align to support deep, meaningful conversation with someone you trust implicitly. This exchange has the potential to shift your perspective on a long-standing issue, provided you truly listen rather than waiting to respond. Remember, Scorpio, today's highest purpose for you involves transmutation, taking what appears dark or difficult and finding the hidden value within. Your alchemical abilities are at their peak. Use them wisely. Welcome to your detailed Scorpio horoscope for Friday, June 13, 2025.